Hi, welcome back to 234 in La Casa. So this evening, I'm going to be preparing a wonderful recipe. This is a one dish recipe, okay? It's something that I think that you're gonna want to keep in your recipe repertoire. And guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you in a second. Hey guys, so today we're going to be making chicken parmesan, and this is what I call lazy chicken parmesan. It doesn't require a whole lot of effort, no frying whatsoever, and really simple ingredients, okay? Stuff that's probably already in your pantry. So I'll bring you all over and show you the ingredients for this lazy chicken parmesan, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys, so we're going to start off with 4 chicken breasts. And what I did, I had 2 pretty large chicken breasts, so I just sliced those in half to make 4. And make sure that you preheat your oven at 350 degrees. And the beauty of this recipe is you can do all your seasoning and everything right here in your baking dish. So you don't have to use a pot or anything like that for the chicken portion of this recipe. So I'm just gonna make sure that you have your chicken coated in olive oil. Or you can use any other oil that you would like to use, or you can use butter. All right, and next we're gonna add our seasoning. So this is about a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. And the crushed red pepper, if you don't wanna use crushed red pepper, you don't have to, that's optional. And a teaspoon or so of pink Himalayan sea salt. And I'm just gonna flip the chicken over and make sure that we've got some salt on the other side as well. And then we're gonna add a teaspoon of granulated garlic. And you'll wanna follow the same process with the salt. So you'll wanna flip your chicken over and make sure you get your garlic on the other side. And you could season all your chicken in a bowl too, and just move it around and then bring it to your baking dish. It's just whatever you prefer to do. If you don't want to do all this flipping and inverting and all that, you know. But the beauty of this recipe, like I said, is that you can do everything in just one dish, so you don't have so many dishes that you have to deal with afterwards. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of black pepper. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of oregano. All right, and then next we're gonna add half a jar of Rao's homemade marinara sauce. And you can add whatever marinara sauce that you want to add. If you want to make your own, you can and add it on top. I'm just gonna use jarred spaghetti sauce so that the process moves along very quickly. All right, and then next we're gonna add 1.5 cups of grated mozzarella cheese. And you can add some Parmesan cheese to this as well. It doesn't just have to be just the mozzarella. You can decide if you want to add Parmesan. I'm just going to do mozzarella on mine. Okay, and then next we've got half a stick of butter melted here. So half of a stick. So that would be 4 tablespoons of melted butter. And to this, we're gonna add a half teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt, a half teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and then a half teaspoon of granulated garlic, okay? So we're gonna add that to the butter, the melted butter. We'll mix that in. And then to this, we're gonna add, this is gonna be 1/3 cup of panko crumbs, breadcrumbs. Get that mixed in. And then we're gonna add 1/3 cup of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. This is the panko breadcrumbs. And this is gonna be the 1/3 cup of the Italian style breadcrumbs, okay? So you're gonna mix that up and get that saturated, or get it moistened with that 4 tablespoons of butter. And if you would like to add more melted butter to this, you can, or less. You don't have to use 4 tablespoons. Okay, and then we're going to place the panko breadcrumbs, seasonings, and the Italian style breadcrumbs all on top of your mozzarella cheese. And this is a recipe that I really enjoy because even your kids, like your young adult kids or, 15, 16-year-olds that enjoy cooking, this is a great recipe that they can do on their own. As long as they know how to handle raw meat, raw chicken and get it washed and everything and clean up behind themselves. This is an easy one dish recipe. All right, guys, and so all you're going to do now is you're going to place this in the oven uncovered at 350 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. Okay, guys, so this just came out of the oven and I wound up at the 40-minute mark. I wound up turning my oven up to 375 and leaving it in there for another 15, 20 minutes. And so this is the final result. And I put some parsley on top of that and some Parmesan cheese, just the grated Parmesan cheese in the green container. So I'm gonna let this rest for about 10, 15 minutes, and then I will plate it up and bring you all back for a taste test. All right, guys, so it's been about 10, 15 minutes, and so there it is. I've got some pasta down here. I used fettuccine noodles, but there's that lazy chicken Parmesan. Okay, so give it a little taste test. Oh, some cheese hanging on the side there. Give it a little taste test. And that chicken the only thing that's kind of hanging it up is the cheese a little bit, but that chicken just came right out. It's so tender. It's really good. And you have the little crunch from the breadcrumbs. So, and you've got all that cheese. And you've got your noodles here, or pasta, what have you. And then you can have yourself a nice green salad with this. That would be wonderful. That's what we're gonna have, or some other green vegetable, okay? That's the inside of the chicken too, guys. Just wanted to make sure I showed you all the inside. It looks so good. Just, it's cooked and baked all the way through. All right, guys, well, there we go. That's your chicken Parmesan right there. Really, really good, and it doesn't take very long to get it in that dish and placed in the oven. Okay, guys? All right, I'll see you next time at 234 in La Casa. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Love you. Bye.